SFPD prepared these barricades and their officers for possible demonstrations after the verdict in Minneapolis. But tonight, it's quiet throughout the city. Still, activists and experts we spoke to say their work is far from over, and the attention now needs to shift to changes in policing.
This is the first time I can ever recall in this nation's history where a police officer was convicted due primarily to the testimony of other officers.
Today was a game changer for LaDoris Cordell, a retired judge of California Superior Court and former independent police auditor for San Jose. She believes Chauvin's conviction relied heavily on testimony from officers and the Minneapolis police chief himself, something she has not seen before.
This is big because now people around the country, and particularly police officers, can get the message that it's the right thing to do.
Change has been the cry of protests that swept the nation following George Floyd's death. And change has happened in the form of new laws passed at the federal level by 24 states and more than 100 cities. Here in California, among half a dozen new laws is one that requires officers to be evaluated by a psychologist for potential bias. Nevada now requires fellow officers to intervene if they witness unlawful use of force. And New Mexico now requires the use of body cameras. Activist John Jacobo says without more reform and the passage of legislation, what has become familiar will only continue.
Over the last 5 years, I feel that we've been here at a rally for a police murder of a young man, or woman, Latino or black, in San Francisco. And it's just far too familiar.
The fight isn't over. We are still hurting. Communities are still hurting.
No justice! No peace! No justice!
Conejero Saab, NBC Bay Area News.